Greetings in Chatelet, everyone. This video concerns the Protech the Don. That's what they call us, Protech the Don. So it's like the Don, you know who he is. He's the boss. So I've had a Don before, which is in I think just carbon fiber inlay. I had another one that was had the ivory micarta, and this one has a green textured G10. Pretty sure that's what that is. And I like the combination of the green and black. That seems to be a happening thing in knives these days. Anyway, you can look at the thumb right there and see why you have to be careful with these things. Some people call these switchblades. They're really just automatic knives. The whole switchblade mystique is something from 1950s movies. But whatever the case, that's what we have here. I'm going to see if I can deploy this thing in a way that, ready? Oh, yeah, got it stuck there. All right, working in a tight space. Let's try that one more time and see what we get here. This might work. Ready? Huh? Got it stuck again. Wow, it's a little tighter than I thought. Third time is a charm. 1, 2, 3. There we go. If that doesn't look like really snappy on video and everything else, is because the video is 30 frames a second and this thing moves a lot faster than the 30th of a second. So the way it really sounds and looks is instant snap. And this particular knife, the reason why I fell out of favor with the previous ones is because of the, I guess Italian, whatever it is, stiletto sort of style there with those little hooky things, whatever they call them, catching on the pocket. But I've decided to get used to this one, and I like it better than the other knives for reasons I'll describe. I've been using a Protech Brand. It's one of their custom knife maker brands here. That's the Brand. You've seen that before. It's I've done this before. It's the ivory micarta type handles, and it's kind of lightweight for its size, and the Brand need to have in between model, because I got the larger one at the store and it's just too big and heavy. It's just a heavy, thick kind of blade. I don't really like it all that much. But anyway, back to the Don, and the Brand shares something to a small extent that also is shared by the Godfather, the big Protech knife, and that is when you close this thing up, if I think we can see this, if you just barely latch it to where it just will stay closed, just barely latch it, not quite there, that's just barely latched. Now see if you can see that button change when I push the knife blade in further. All right. Yeah, see that pop up? That means that if you don't close these things and make sure that knife blade's pushed all the way in, the button may be partially depressed and might deploy in your pocket, which should not be a good thing. So anyway, I don't seem to have that problem with the Don here. It's pretty reliable. It seems to when it closes up, that button snaps up pretty good. But I've had some that don't. That large one, the Godfather, definitely was a problem. So anyway, I don't know, it's about a 3 1/4 inch blade probably. I like the deep carry pocket clip, and unlike some of the previous ones, you can see, looking sideways here at those screws that hold the clip on. They're not completely flush, but at least they're flush enough that they don't snag putting the knife back in a pocket, at least not much. Now on the Brand here, they're much more flush, and it's a much better design. So this isn't quite as good, but it's better than the previous one that I had, one of the ivory ones that just kept catching because things weren't flush. And let's see, I forget what the blade material is here. It isn't marked on the knife, but if I remember correctly, it's kind of like a minimal good steel. Better than 440, I would imagine, but I can't prove that. I don't know if it's as good as a 154 cm or any of those. But this doesn't come real sharp. Bought it brand new, and feels sharp dragging my finger this way, but hardly any at all that way. This is one-sided. May be sharp enough. It'll be sharp enough for cutting boxes, things like that. The tip is very sharp, so if you gonna stick something, it'll definitely. I mean, you could drop this onto almost anything, and it's soft material, and I'm just gonna dig into it a little bit. The weight of this must be about somewhere around 3 ounces, I guess. It's kind of fairly light. And so we have a blade, pocket clip, and the plunge lock. Talked about that. And I guess the handle's mostly aluminum, except for that. It's probably a G10 inlay right there. And what else to say about this? It's just a really nice styled knife. Has a decent blade for small cutting chores, and that's about it. So that's the Protech, the Dawn, with the black blade and the G10 green handles. And yeah, that's all we got. Thank you very much.